Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on second and long. Fitzpatrick. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Fitzpatrick looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. That one good for 37 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And Bailey able to knock it through. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Fitzpatrick. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up third and 10. Fitzpatrick again. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 3,
Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Watch the out. Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tighten up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Cousins now from the 50. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He's got it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 10 yards out, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Mike 40.
2nd down, looking to throw, Fitzpatrick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick.
I would have picked that off.
They're going to be incomplete. problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
Should have picked that off.
The average
Damn it.
in the league,
Why are you using
somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And they will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown.
If the team had a good quarterback, man,
obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Raekwon McMillan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The fuck would it?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
That was a shitty ball. That was shitty.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick.
Come on, that's an interception too. I knew you were throwing it to him.
And inside the 20
guessing
before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
As the offense went on the field to start the last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Well, that's going to be fucking sick.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call time.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins, complete. Smith has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
How do they have 2 star defensive linemen? I don't get it.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. This will be taken in at the 1.
Why not just take it out?
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
What are you talking about? That's that wildcat,
He's
nigga.
at the 30.
Nigga had no clue what was coming.
Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen,
Wild
an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I'm nice.
Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Damn, nigga.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker.
Oh my God, dude. I literally held triangle to
give
kick
themselves
that.
some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Smooth. Any day. Check.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He don't know no better. He'll kill. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
That's what I'm doing. I need practice.
Come on, QB, come on. First.
Following the interception, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
No partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, orbit.
Cousins to throw it. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 52. Left 50.
Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run.
Oh, shit. Juke that nigga out his shoes.
Touchdown.
Put that nigga in the dirt like he's a damn dog. Lock that nigga up in the dog pound. Cleveland Browns. First Energy Stadium in this bitch. I put that nigga in the ground, nigga.
Caught
Like a
napping a
pig in
little
the
bit.
mud.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Bailey.
I put that nigga in the dirt, nigga.
Successful.
What? I'll put that motherfucker in the dirt.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Come on now. I put that nigga.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Everson Griffin getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fitzpatrick finding his tight end Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And a completion to Wilson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson,
good job, bro.
46
you made a good read.
And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, it's Cook.
Come on, Dalvin.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 2.
And
he committed murder! He committed murder!
First down, Vikings. All runs on this drive so far.
I am out here murdering niggas.
Now a handoff.
Don't give a damn about their life. That's so fucked.
Yield nothing as he stopped behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second murder timeouts.
That was fucking murder.
Just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
That was crazy. I put that nigga in the bed.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Cook running right.
Dalvin.
Cook with a first down and much more.
Inverted deer. 21 them.
Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You gotta give me credit.
And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
That was berserk. I ain't got the cap. This is just to fuck around. I ain't being disrespectful. Oh, I just fucked it up anyway.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Bro, I am fucking dirty. I don't care, bro.
Mike 20! 55! Hey, eat! We want this. PPP.
First down, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I am truly a nasty fucking human being.